You are getting ready to listen to the voice of Dr. Rhadi Ferguson, 2004 Olympian, four-time national judo champion, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, author, speaker, and coach.
Good morning, this is Dr. Rhadi Ferguson, and the question that he asked me was, why am I afraid? I was on the phone last night on a coaching call, and the client asked me, why am I afraid? And I could hear the place of timidity that he was coming from, and I could hear the doubt. If you've ever talked to someone and you could hear the doubt, I could hear the doubt. The doubt was almost auditorily tangible. I could feel where he was coming from. I could empathize with where he was because I've been there before too. I've even coached people through it. I've seen people go to it, and I've coached people through it. It's a space and a place that's very hard for some people to get through. He asked me, why am I afraid? And I could have come up with a bunch of answers, but at the end of the day, all my answers, they really come from the same root, the same place, from the same proving ground. I had to tell him, I said, bro, God does not give us a spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind. I said, once you have allowed fear to enter into your mind, I said, you've provided the enemy with a playground with toys. And he begins to use those toys as Lego blocks. And he starts to build these pseudo edifices in your brain, and these walls that you believe that you can't jump over. And you take yourself from being what you're supposed to be, which is a Superman, and you turn yourself into a mental, small person, where you can no longer leap over those tall buildings in your mind with a single bound. It's your job to understand that that's not a place from which you operate, that you have the ability to take the bottom of your spiritual foot and kick that wall down and walk through it and get to the other side of where you're supposed to be, in the mental area, on the cognitive side, in the spiritual side, and then do that on the physical side. When you feel that afraid, you're coming from a place where your mind is not sound. It's okay to be nervous. It's okay to understand that fear is present, but you don't have to be afraid. My children would tell you they've been around me, and people have been around me. When I'm watching movies, I don't even jump in movies. I don't jump. I don't get startled like that because I don't come from that place. I meet that place head on. I have no problem looking somebody in the eye who's 7'2", 6'8", 6'11", 240, 375 pounds, 495, 525, with no problem. I might lose, I might win, but I'm not going to be afraid. Do I get nervous? Yes. Am I concerned that I might get hurt? Yes. Am I afraid? No. Am I afraid of my current circumstance? No. I do not operate from a place of fear, and you should not operate from a place of fear either. And once you understand who you are and whose you are, it is impossible for you to operate from a place of fear. You have not been given the spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and a sound mind. If you've ever met somebody and you've seen somebody who was out of their mind, don't necessarily get to the point where you say, oh, that person is out of their mind. That person is inside of their mind, but they need to get over what's blocking them in their mind. Sometimes it's possible with therapy. Sometimes it's possible with meditation. Sometimes it's possible with motivation. Sometimes it's possible with prayer. Sometimes it's possible with intercessory prayer. And sometimes it's possible when a person just makes a switch on their own. But it is possible. Are there some people who never get over it? Yeah, there are some people who never get over it. But you need to know what you were given. And you need to block the things that you don't need to be receiving. Be very careful of people who tell you what you want to hear. Be very careful of people who tell you that which you want to hear. See, people go to the doctor because they want a second opinion. They go to get the first opinion they don't like, and they get the second opinion, they don't like that, and they get the third opinion, and they like the third opinion, so they'll take the third opinion, understanding the third opinion is only 33% out of the three. Like the 66% said one thing, but you want to go with the 33% because you agree with that opinion. What you should do is get another opinion. Nobody gets another opinion after they've heard the opinion they want to hear. After they hear the opinion they want to hear, they stop. Because people are just going to get the opinion that they want to hear. Jesus God. Boy, if you only knew what I knew that's going on in the life of Dr. Ferguson right now, you will understand where I'm coming from. I would like to say that I'm talking to you, but I'm also talking to myself. Hear what I said. God has not given you the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of sound mind. That is the first thing you need to understand. The second thing you need to understand is do not allow things to enter into your eye gate and your ear gate and to come out of your mouth gate that are not in line with that you haven't been given the spirit of fear, that you've been given power, love, and a sound mind. And then understand when those gates come up in your mind, when the enemy comes in and creates those building blocks and starts to build those walls that you feel that you cannot jump over, you take the bottom of your spiritual foot and you kick that particular wall down and then you walk through. You take the bottom of your spiritual foot, you kick that wall down, and you move to the other side. And the third thing is, if I could tie this whole thing together with the immortal words of Uncle Luke, Luther Campbell from Miami, Florida. Don't stop. Get it, get it. This is Dr. Rhadi Ferguson. Have a super fantastic day, and remember, I love you, but God loves you best.